did read it 3 days ago. Memory, I don't know if y'all are like this, but memory is deleting. So the details a little bit fuzzy, right? But I think what the Shadow King's backstory was like something his court was taken from him. I don't know if that was before or after he started cutting up, but I was like, oh, okay. Villain with a backstory, I'm a sucker for it. Like, not in like that way, but in like, okay, I can understand. And it was some points where he was being nice. That's where she fucking me up. That's where she be fucking me up. Hey guys, it's your girl Amanda, and today we're going to be talking about Oathbound. I finally finished. If you've been on this journey with me, then you know how long it was taking me to finish this book, but that's a different story. It's not has nothing to do with the book. I'm just frequent to reading slumps, and they hit at the worst times and they ruin my life. So I have my notes and everything. I'm ready to talk about this. I have so much to say. First, I want to say, Tracy, I'm sending you my therapy bill, right? But also, like, the way in which your mind works. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Okay, getting into it. Bree is 17, y'all. Bree is 17, not 74. I don't know, like, what y'all want her to process her emotions and do things as an adult when adults are not even doing things as an adult. So I just want to get that out of the way. Like, y'all be pissing me off with that, expecting Bree to be something that she is not. She's 17, she's learning and she's growing, and she's doing an amazing job for somebody who just heard that she got all of that living inside of her, and then she's meant to be the one to stop a literal war from happening, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, just not too much on her. Okay, what's the next one? I love that Bree was always at the center, and I think Tracy said this. I went to go see her in a book signing, met her. She's absolutely amazing. But I love that she said this, and it shows. Bree is always the center, no matter who's, because also this book has multiple point of views. There will be some spoilers in here too. I want to start by saying, I should have started by saying that, but there will be some spoilers in here. So if you have not read Oathbound, maybe you know, this is not the video for you, but save it and come back. But I love that Bree is always the center. Like, no matter whose point of view it is, they're always thinking about Bree in some way, shape, or form, and I absolutely love that. What's next? Tracy did an amazing job. Multiple point of view, multiple POV, and let me tell you, I have read books with like multiple point of view, and like some of them have been great and some of them have confused the shit out of me, and I've been like, honestly, I don't understand what's going on, who's who, whose name is what. So the fact that Tracy did it so seamlessly, like literally, and then the way in which she did it, because like you would get to one point of view, right, and then shit is jumping off and you're like, oh my god, what's happening? And then she would switch point of views, and you'll be like, Tracy, why would you do that to me? And then you'll get so engrossed with the point of view that she switched to, that when shit jump off in there, the third point of view, she would go back to the first one. And I was like, you're like, this is literally a roller coaster, but it's the best roller coaster, and I never want to get off. So she did a good job with that. What's next? Rootcraft. Okay. I'm gonna go to this one. Trauma ages you, right? So I've seen some comments about like the book, and I'm one of those people who hate when people say like negative comments about my favorite books. That's just who I am. If you're like that too, you understand. But also I do hate when people act dumb as well. So like, trauma ages you, right? I saw a comment where it was like, Nick and Bree are speaking like they're 20 years old. Well, they had a lot of trauma in their life, and I feel like also sometimes that's where it comes in. Like, if you have the way in which we grew up, the way in which we were brought up, whether you want to believe it or not, plays a role in how we digest even fictional books. So like, the people who had to grow up at a young age were not questioning Bree and Nick's dialogue, because they understood that like having to be an adult and being adultified at such a young age. So it was just regular scheduled programming. So that's just something I'm gonna let people know. Like, trauma actually does age you. Like, you will go through a lot of shit at a young age, and you won't be, obviously you'll still be young and dumb and make dumb decisions, but like, your mind and the way in which you talk and the way in which you move through life will be much more mature than everybody else your age. I just want to let y'all know that in case you didn't know. Root Crafter girls, oh my god, literally the way, and I was talking to somebody about this, one of my friends about this, the way Tracy, how do I put this, depicts real life issues and real life circumstances and real life situations in her fiction is amazing. Like literally when the Root Crafter girls went missing, and then not only was the girl saying like, go without me, like do not try to save me, like it's okay, but like in the back of her mind she was still hoping that Bree would find her, and then also didn't think that, like, just that mind, like yes, that's all I have to say. Yes. And it paying homage to like the fact that when Black girls go missing, we aren't looked for, we aren't, like, the effort is not put in. That part was absolutely phenomenal, and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely cried at that part. It definitely broke me down because it's so true. It's so true. What's the next one? Nick fucking Davis. Nick, ally. Yes, Tracy is giving you the perfect blueprint on how to be a good ally. You say you want to be an ally? Nick literally is the blueprint, okay? He literally stood up to council. He said, actually, y'all are fucking racist, and that's what it is, and that's why you don't like her, and that's why y'all don't want her to, you know, do what she do, because y'all are racist. And it's no other reason other than that. Like, y'all don't want her to be author because y'all are pieces of shit. Like, literally. And then just him being there for her throughout the whole entire time, him reaffirming for her, the scene where she was like, you know, what if I would just want to run away, and then he said, you could do whatever you want. And I think that was so important for Bree in that moment, because up until that point and up until this book, they weren't letting her be who she wanted to be. They weren't letting her make her own decisions. She was being scrutinized, and I get it, okay? She's Arthur, she needs to be protected. If she dies, armor, like, you know, everything pops off. I get it. But at the same time, it was like nobody was really giving her a choice. And that's why she did what she did with the ancestral plane and Arthur. Like, that's exactly why she did what she did. What about? Hold on. Only Tracy could make me like characters that I'm not supposed to be liking. Because when Zoe and Elijah first stepped on the scene, I was like, no, absolutely not who they think they are. And then obviously as time went by, love them. Love them so much. Also the Shadow King, like him, I did read it 3 days ago. Memory, I don't know if y'all are like this, but memory is deleting. So the details a little bit fuzzy, right? But I think what the Shadow King's backstory was, like, something his court was taken from him. I don't know if that was before or after he started cutting up, but I was like, oh, okay, villain with a backstory. I'm a sucker for it, like, not in like that way, but in like, okay, I can understand. And it was some points where he was being nice. That's where she fucked me up. That's where she be fucking me up. Like, if they're being not, like, I need a villain to be a villain. I need a villain to be a villain. He can't be nice, even in the slightest. Because then I'm going to start questioning things. I'm gonna be like, well, is he really a villain? Like, I'm a sucker. You wouldn't think so? I'm a sucker. So yeah, but also I love how the Shadow King was teaching Bree to harness her power and to step into her full potential. And I think the Shadow King was the only person who could teach Bree how to do it. I truly think that she needed his methods. She needed the lessons that he taught her. Nobody else, because she was headstrong, she was hard-headed, but she also was on a path that nobody else could understand. And I think you see that in book 1 and 2. They can't understand her. They don't understand why she does the things she does. And it makes them like kind of be like, you know, put her on this pedestal, because like, oh, Bree always knows what she wants to do. And then you get Bree's inner monologue and she's like, I just don't want nobody to die because of me, so I'm just gonna go off on my own. You know what I mean? So I do think the Shadow King helped tame her a little bit. Or not necessarily tame, but I think he helped her realize who the fuck she is. I don't think she would have gotten to where she is at this point in the book if it was not for him. Whether you love him or whether you hate him, you can't deny, like, her training with him was the best thing for her. Moving on. I love that. I don't know. I just love that I have this little. Okay. Tracy does an amazing job at delivering heavy tropes, but also having the joy in them. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna repeat exactly what I read off of this. Tracy does an amazing job at, like, having, bitch, I just read it. I don't remember it. At having heavy topics, but also having the joy, because there were times where I was like clutching my heart and I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. But then there were times where I was cracking up. She does a great job at, like, bringing the joy, because even the moments where, like, Valak and Mariah are making fun of her for her white boys, like, stuff like that is just like, I was like, this is so, yeah, yes. Next, I read my own mind. Well, I did write this. So Valak and Mariah getting mad at, oh, okay, well, I thought I was gonna talk. Okay, There's a lot to say. So Valak and Mariah, I love the relationship they have. I absolutely do. But this one, them getting mad at like Bree, because of what she, like her severing the ties with the ancestors. I was talking to somebody about this too. It just really shows the difference in like journeys. And because again, with Mariah, I feel like Mariah has so much respect for the ancestors, but she has never gone through what Bree went through. Bree's frustration with asking them for help, because she kept going to them. She kept doing the dream walk. She was like, listen, I need y'all help. Like, have y'all met the hunter? Have y'all met the hunter? And each person before her, they just ran. They never encountered. They never stayed to fight. And don't get me wrong, they did what they had to do. They did what they needed to do at the time. But as she said, that's not gonna be me. Like each person before me running and like not staying to fight is exactly why this has passed down to me. I feel like Bree is very much, it ends with me, it stops with me, which I hope she could stop it, because I would hate to see like her daughter have to do the same thing where the whole like the mother has to die. But I think Bree like just got frustrated because she was like, yo, like has none of y'all tried to like, you know what I mean? And like for the ancestors, I definitely think, again, they did what they could. They did what they could to survive. That was their version of surviving. Bree, I definitely think has more resources and more room to fight the Shadow King that her ancestors did not have. So I don't fault the ancestors, but I also don't fault Bree. And I think Mariah came to terms with that when she realized, okay, like Bree is dealing with something that I can't even imagine and I've never encountered. I think Valak getting mad at Bree, a lot of people are living their life through Bree. A lot of people see Bree either as a hope symbol, either as somebody who's going to protect them. Whatever it is, they don't see her as her own person. And I think that's what happened too when Valak got upset at Bree for what did he get for severing the ties with the ancestors, because Valak is also from the Shadow Court. So he's like, these ancestors are allowing me to use root. How dare you disrespect them in this way? But again, it's like, it's not your journey. You can be grateful to the ancestors and still not understand where I'm coming from. And that's why I like that he like she made him apologize, because he definitely owed Bree an apology for that. Definitely. I put Nick, ride or die. Nick was definitely a ride or die. Second page. I was not playing. I was not playing with this. Love the twins. I already talked about that. Love the twins. Only Tracy could make me like the villains. Already talked about that. Okay, now I'm going to get into things that I want for book 4. First of all, I want book 4. Can I have it? Thank you. I'll take it now. Alice's fate, right? Because my girl Alice, we need her. We need her. Shit can't move without her. We love Alice. We need her. So I do want Alice to have some powers though. I do want her to emerge bigger, better, stronger than ever with some powers. So yeah, but like she definitely can't, it can't be over for her. So I need that to be noted. Like we will riot. What's going to happen with the ending? Oh, I can't believe I didn't talk about the ending. The ending? The ending. But yeah, what's gonna happen with Cell now that we got that ending? Like, I really want to know, like, what's gonna go. Like, is he calling up, like, hey, Dad, what's up? We got something to talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm so interested to see how all of that plays out. Endgame, Bree, Cell, Nick. It's Bree, Cell, Nick forever for me. I think that they're just too intertwined for me to pick one. Bree, Cell, Nick. It's just Bree, Cell, Nick. But I'm so interested in book 4. Like, I really just want to know. I wish she could even just give us, like, a little. I don't even know what I'm asking for. I'm so sad because like book 3, and you know what's so crazy too? I should have expected book 3 was going to like pull my wig back, and I did. But like every single cliffhanger Tracy drops, I'm always in awe. I'm always like, how did you, like she one-ups herself each time. So I'm just really, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. That's all I have to say. But thank you so much for listening to me yap. Okay, this is the longest YouTube video I've ever made in my life. I do want to get back to making, I do want to start making more book reviews. When I'm not in a reading slump, the book reviews will come. Unfortunately, I'm always in a reading slump. But absolutely loved Oathbound. Tracy, Deonn, the woman that you are. 6 stars. I know that I'm gonna love the 4th book, and you just absolutely, you destroyed me a little bit. I'm a shell of the woman I used to be before I read this, but in the best possible way. Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I have to say.